And once I saw Sam put that red cape on, I was like, I need to get a blanket and put her cape on. Hey guys, it's Alyssa. So I've said in past videos that I grew up playing on the computer. Ever since I can remember, like, being very little, like even in preschool, I spent time on the computer. I remember my first ever vision of someone playing a game was my dad on his really old laptop in like the mid-90s. He played Half-Life a lot, and that's my only connection to Half-Life ever. I've never actually played it, but I used to watch him play, which is kind of weird because I was like probably like 4 or 5, and you shouldn't have a small child watching someone play Half-Life. So when I was growing up, my family got me computer games. And a lot of them are like preschool games or like kindergarten early learning education games. Like they're really easy, like click and point things and interact with everything that you touch. But for me, that's like nostalgia. So this video is gonna be talking about old PC games that I used to play as a little kid growing up. So let's go. The first set of computer games that I can remember really fondly when I first think of this topic for a video is humongous entertainment games. Humongous entertainment games for me as a kid were these kid games where you just point and click with things and you follow a character around and you collect items to reach an overall goal. You may not know HE by its normal title, but you might know the games Pajama Sam, Freddi Fish, Putt-Putt, Spy Fox, and those are the essential ones. Pretty much. My first game that I can think of that I played was probably the Freddi Fish and the Missing Kelp Seeds, or the Case of the Missing Kelp Seeds, or whatever it is. I loved Freddi Fish so much. And guys, I didn't know that she was a girl until like much later in life. Freddi Fish games were basically like Freddi and her best friend Luther. They would go and solve a mystery that's happening in the game, like whatever event is happening. The other one that's near and dear to my heart is Pajama Sam. Pajama Sam, if you go back on this channel, back a really long time, like 9 or like 10 years ago, you'll find that I recorded some moments because I loved Pajama Sam, and these moments were so funny to me that I had to upload them somewhere, and this was the channel that I was starting at the time. Pajama Sam was so special to me because I related to Sam so much as a kid. I loved imagination and I loved creating my own stories and being a superhero, or at least playing out and playing pretend with things and acting things out on my own. And once I saw Sam put that red cape on, I was like, I need to get a blanket and put her cape on. Pajama Sam's a little bit different where you have to collect items or collect things to fill out a list and fix problems. And it was like just imagination because he would get transported to like a world that might not exist, or maybe it just exists to Sam and children. I'm not really sure. I think my favorite one was probably the first one. The second one's pretty good because he has to stop weather. Like, he destroyed the whole weather system and things are going crazy. Third one's about like junk food. And the fourth one I played before, I owned it, but I didn't play it until like later in life, and it wasn't as good because that was like, let's keep making these, but I think they had to change the whole concept and design, and maybe the development team switched over because it's completely different looking. And then some notable mentions are Putt-Putt. I loved Putt-Putt. He was a little like purple car with a dog. I think just looking back now, he was just too nice. Putt-Putt was too nice. He did everything. Like there was a problem, he had to solve it. Spy Fox was great. For me, it was for the older kids. It was more of a complex story of Spy Fox. Like you're a spy and solving puzzles and things like that. I don't know. It says like those age ranges are older. So I wasn't like big into Spy Fox, but I loved it. Another set of games that I used to play elementary school wise were Jumpstart games. I had Jumpstart 1st grade and 3rd grade and 4th grade. Didn't have 2nd grade, I don't know why. They were like more like puzzles and learning education stuff like math and patterns and shapes and words. 1st grade was fun because you had to like collect items to travel around a whole treasure map. And I really loved 3rd grade because you got to follow this robot and like solve issues in like a scientist's like mansion kind of thing, and you learned about history and music and colors. Like I really loved that. But those games took like a long time. Like there were like multiple steps that you had to do, and you also had like a lot of problems to solve or to find. Another like elementary school games I used to play were clue finders, which again had to do with like grammar and spelling and shapes and puzzles that are related to math. And those were fun. Like, again, it was like mystery solving kind of thing. I think some of my favorite CD-ROM games were these Disney interactive ones. So basically they took Disney animated movies and turned them into a CD-ROM, if that makes sense. So I got to play like Hercules, the CD-ROM Disney interactive game, and it's basically telling the story of the whole movie, but it's like interacting with things and clicking on characters and playing mini games. I loved the Hercules one. I had pretty much a lot of them. I had The Lion King, I had Winnie the Pooh, I had Toy Story. Toy Story was probably one of my favorites, and then I remember my CD-ROM broke. Like, it wasn't working anymore, and I don't know why. I used to have these preschool games that were like Fisher-Price adventure games. It's weird because I had toys that matched the interactive game. There was one about pirates, there was one about Western times, and then there was one about a castle, like in medieval times. And I had figurines and playsets that matched those. Like, I had the castle, I had the pirate ship, I had the Western town. And so that was cool that it was like those toys were brought to life in the game for me. That's awesome. Again, I don't really have any memories of PC games that are not like preschool interactive ones. When I got to a point in my life where I played on the computer as an older kid, that's when the internet was the thing, and I got to go to like Nick.com and CartoonNetwork.com and DisneyChannel.com and play mini games online. So those are my memories, but I want to know yours. Leave in the comments your favorite PC game that you played as a kid. Were you just like me? Did you love the Humongous Entertainment games? And if you did, which one of those were your favorite? You're awesome, I'm awesome, and you should press subscribe to find out when I make videos, because they come out whenever I really want to post something. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, you can go into the description box below, especially on Twitter, because a lot of the times when I ask for video ideas or topics, I always post a poll there. And this one was chosen by you guys. And I guess that's pretty much it. Alright, see you around. Woo! I can remember all of the Pajama Sam titles, so it's Pajama Sam, No Need to Hide When It's Dark Outside, Pajama Sam, Thunder and Lightning Aren't So Frightening, which my mom and I quote a lot when it's Thunder and Lightning out. The third one is Pajama Sam, You Are What You Eat From Your Head to Your Feet, and Pajama Sam 4, which I didn't really like as much, was Life is Rough When You Lose Your Stuff. Whoever came up with these titles, I give you so much gratitude, because I don't know if you came up with the title first or if you came up with the adventure concept first, because these titles are amazing.